why I'm bothering telling you so. Should you know the first names of Fuddnuddler's brothers who like to pile each on the heads of the others? If you start at the top, there are Bipper and Bud, and Skipper and Jipper, and Jeffrey and Judd, Horatio, Horace, Hendricks and Hud, and then comes Dinwoody, Dinty and Dud. Also Fitzsimmon and Frederick and Fudd, and Slinky and Stinky and Stewart and Stud. And down at the bottom is poor little Lud, but if Lud ever sneezes, his name will be Mud. If you like to eat potato chips and chew pork chops on clipper ships, I suggest that you chew a few chips in a chop at Skipper Zip's Clipper Ship Chip Chop Chop. And if your tongue is getting queasy, don't give up. The next one's easy. Of course, I'm reading this backwards.
You're reading a Dr. Seuss book to me backwards?
And what do you think costs more, a simple thimble or a single shingle? A simple thimble could cost less than a single shingle would, I guess. So I think that's the single shingle should cost more than a simple thimble would. Now let's talk about money. Should you leave your grox home when you travel by air, if you take him along, they charge you double the fare. And your grox must be packed and locked up in a grox box, which costs much, much more than a little old fox box. So it's a lot cheaper to fly with your foxes than waste all that money on boxes for groxes.
You skipped a page.
Well, are you having trouble in saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in my mirror and see what I say. Then I just say what I see.
You're really enjoying this, honey.
Yes. Ape cakes, grape cakes. As he gobbled the cakes on his plate, the greedy ape said as he ate, "The greener green grapes are, the keener keen apes are. To gobble green grape cakes, they're great." Bed spreader spread spreads on beds. Bed spreader spread butter on breads. And that bed spreader better watch out how he's spreading, or that bread spreader's sure going to get butter his bedding. We have a dinosaur named Din. Din's thin. Din doesn't have much skin, and the bones fall out of his left front shin. Then we have to call in Pinnerblin, who comes with his handy shin pin bin, and with a thin blend shin bone pin, blend pins Din's shin bones right back in.
Do you realize that I'm videoing you?
Do you like fresh fish? It's just fine at Finney's Diner. Finney also has some fresher fish that's fresher and much finer. But his best fish is the freshest fish, and Finney says with pride, "The finest fish at Finney's is my freshest fish French fried." So don't order the fish or the fresher fish at Finney's if you're wise. You'll say, "Fetch me the finest French fried freshest fish that Finney fries." Said a book-reading parrot named Huey, "The words in this book are all phooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and backflips, and your tongue may end up in St. Louis."
Are you going back in the house?
Good night, all.